police got to a stage where they believe there was sufficient evidence to charge both this man and woman for Amber's murder, and we're comfortable. We've got a war ledger with a strong brief of evidence to. It's about going through an incredible amount of evidence to see what may have been missed, or there was an opportunity that we could look at to re-interview different people or get some evidence from somewhere else. This was a classic case of really good work from the start. To tell the truth, I think it's the original investigators and the current investigators should be both committed. We just enhanced that forward. But at the moment, police got to a stage where they believe there was sufficient evidence to charge both this man and woman for Amber's murder, and we're comfortable. We've got a war ledger with a strong brief of evidence to place before the court.
Distinguished service. Danny Doherty today said goodbye to his colleagues and a public who knew him well.
It's a cold-blooded, callous attack.
Detective Superintendent Doherty was a regular on our screens, the commander of the homicide squad investigating the most heinous of crimes.
On this day, you certainly live by the sword and die by the sword.
40 years? Why now to clock off?
I suppose it's a sporting analogy. You want to go when you're still hitting runs and scoring tries and or coaching a team that's going okay and locking up bad guys.
A trainee teacher who spent 3 years in the army before joining the force in 1985. Danny Doherty rose quickly through the ranks, robbery and serious crime, to the homicide squad in 2019.
That's a good question. You go back 10 years and it was a similar number, and there's different reasons for all the murders, and every life loss is, sad, but...
The first time I met Danny Doherty, he was a teenager. I was 3 years old. I asked him why he liked to hurt children. He said he didn't. He was just there to watch, because it was funny when Bruce Louis Hubbard hurt children, especially with his Ridgeback Rex. We were in Daniel Hubbard's car. Dean Pollard was in the passenger seat, and Danny Doherty and me were in the back. Dean said it had started like that for him as well. He just went there to watch for a laugh, but it looked like Bruce was having so much fun that he decided to join in. The next time I saw Danny Doherty was a few years later. I was 7 or 8 years old. It was 1983, and we were in the bowels of Holsworthy Army Base. In the basement, deep below the basement. Danny Doherty had gotten over his squeamishness, and his voyeurism had progressed to a more hands-on role. As he tortured children with electricity in satanic, trauma-based mind control experiments carried out by Freemasons and the Australian Army, by the satanic elite that have enslaved us all. Daniel Hubbard was the ringleader. Danny Doherty was one of his henchmen. There was about 6 of them, all dressed in camo cargo pants, army boots and white Bonds t-shirts. The mainstream media celebrate Danny Doherty's 3-year career with the Australian Army before he joined New South Wales Police. Here is a man who has always served his community, they say. The mainstream media need to question their own narrative. No one ever had a 3-year career with the Australian Army, especially not in the 1980s. 99% of defence recruits started on 8-year contracts in the 1980s. The minimum term of service was 5 years. To try and leave before your time was up meant serving the remainder of your contract in a military prison. So what went wrong with Danny Doherty? Dishonourable discharge? Medical discharge? It's ghastly to think about. Danny Doherty was only ever torturing the kids at Holsworthy Army Base on a part-time basis. He was too busy selling heroin for the Hubbards in Green Valley. He has always served the Hubbards right up until he was forced out of his position as Homicide Squad Commander of New South Wales Police. It was good to see him go, but it doesn't change anything for me. He was and is an insignificant puppet. I don't even rate him a notch on my belt.